Sadie was actually in a clinical trial for 2 years, and out of 6 kids, she was the only kid that progressed pretty well. All the kids stabilized, but she was progressing. So she was in for 2 years. She was in an enzyme replacement trial at Chapel Hill, which we were lucky we didn't have to relocate. It's 2 hours away. So
Mhm.
every week we would go to the hospital and she would get her brain juice. And she did so well. She was what, from 3 to 5 when she was doing that. And clinically, she was doing better. She was still gaining skills, still learning. But I think it was 2 or 3 months into the trial when we were in it, the company announced that they were divesting and they were no longer going to continue that study. They did honor the consent form and all the kids got 2 years worth of drug, but after that, it was done. And this is another place where Jessica stepped in a whole lot. We called, I don't know, probably 50 other biotechs, different people in the rare disease world, just to see what our options were, try to get another company to buy the drug and to continue the study with no luck. And Sadie did very well, I would say even a year after getting off the drug, we still didn't see very much change in her.
What does she
Also,
have? Type A, right?
yeah, she has A. So that's been a roller coaster. We were in the study, then they divested the study. And it's just been a crazy thing. And then a little bit after that, I don't know what year I'm at now, but her dad and I split up, which is also another, that's hard. Having a rare disease and having a special needs child is hard on a marriage. I think the average divorce rate for special needs is like 75-80% or something
Wow.
like that. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like crazy, but it's hard. I mean, it's a hard life. It's not an easy life, and it's hard to kind of get on the same page. I think that's what him and I were. Like, we just weren't on the same page on how we coped, and neither one of us were right or wrong. It's just how we dealt with it. And we're scared to get divorced. Like, that was terrifying to us. We didn't know how Sadie was going to handle it. We didn't know how we were going to handle it, and she's only going to get worse. So it's like,
Mhm.
do we just tough it out and make do, or do we, that was a hard conversation. And
Yeah.
we ultimately decided that we were happier separate and we could be better parents
Mhm.
separate. And we get breaks now. Like, she's at his
Yeah.
house some days during the week and
Yeah.
she's here. So we both get breaks. Honestly, it makes our life easier. It's sad to say it that way, but it really does. Tonight was his night, but he had her all weekend because I went on a trip. So he asked me to switch
Mhm.
tonight so he could have a breather. And I was like,
Yeah.
sure, like, we just switch tonight. And we have grandparents, if we both need a breather or if it's just been, rough or something, all the grandparents are very eager to help, and they're helpful, and we don't worry about her staying with them. She's not at that point now yet where we are worried leaving her with people. Yeah, so we have a lot of help. We have a lot of support. And even Jessica is very helpful. She reaches out anytime I have questions. She'll help me do research on what have we been looking at lately. It's like a sleep safe bed and just different things. When Sadie's sick or something, she'll be like, I saw somewhere that this other mom, uses this. Why don't we try this? So, like, she's not just helpful in the aspect of social media. She also, like, is super involved in Sadie's life, even though she lives several hours away in a different state. And even though her brother and I are divorced now. Like, she's my ex-sister-in-law, and she gets really mad when I say that, but it's
Yeah.
like
Not
technically
in
the
law
same.
anymore. Still considered you a
Yeah.
sister, but not.
Yes.
But I mean, we're still super close. And I think Jason has even asked her a couple times, like, why are y'all so close? Like, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. And
It's beautiful though.
it is
It's a
kind of
beautiful
weird, but
example. Yeah.
it works. I mean, if you're an outsider looking in, it's like, she's your ex-sister-in-law. They're like, why aren't, but it works. And
Still
we
your
knew each
friend.
other
Yeah.
before I married her brother. So